The last team to win back-to-back national championships, it was Alabama, the 2011 and 2012 seasons. Head coach Kirby Smart, he was a defensive coordinator back then. So he'd be able to do it twice in his career, once as a DC and once as a head coach, if he can get it done. I know a lot of you want an update on Darnell Washington, the tight end that means so much to this team. Take a look for yourself. He was walking around on his own, I can tell you that. And listen, he was injured in the Peach Bowl, an ankle injury. You could see him in a boot and crutches on the sideline. Once he was out, he never came back in. Kirby told us today he's hopeful Darnell will play on Monday against TCU. They'll certainly need him to repeat. If not, they'll lean on the depth they have at the position. You know, the Dogs really are loaded at almost every spot, something the coaching staff does really well while recruiting. Now we'll see if it pays off. They're down to one game. Kirby Smart says this is what's left to do.
It doesn't come without a lot of hard work, and our guys have took that hard work head on. And one of the hardest things to do in all sports is finish. And we've got an opportunity to finish a really good season on Monday night. We've got a great opponent to go through to get there. So.
And here's the deal. The biggest difference between Georgia and TCU, if you ask me, it's experience. You can't forget the Frogs. They went 5-7 last season. It was so bad. They fired their winningest head coach in program history, Gary Patterson. Now it's up to the new head coach, Sonny Dykes. Take a look at the team arriving at LAX before Georgia around 1 o'clock local time. And guys, when TCU landed, you know that Dykes, he told us that before the Fiesta Bowl against Michigan, only 4 of his players had played in a bowl game. Quite the turnaround for that team from last season's team. The Cinderella story of college football, really. Now, the giant of college football, Georgia, is staring them down.
We're glad to be here. We've earned our way here. It hadn't been easy. There hadn't been anything easy about any of it. You know, we're a tough football team and a football team that's very opportunistic, and we're certainly going to have to be that way on Monday night.
And you know the Frogs, they were chosen to finish 7th in the conference by Big 12 media. And look at where they are now in LA going up against the defending champions. Both teams couldn't be any more different, but here we are. We might see a Cinderella story, or we might see the Dogs creating something that Alabama created years ago, becoming the giant. Guys. Hey, Tori, I think a lot of fans want to hear about Darnell Washington, Big O, the tight end who means a ton to this team. He injured himself in the Peach Bowl, his ankle. You know, when he came out of the game, he never came back in, and he could be seen on the sideline in a boot and on crutches. When he got off the plane yesterday and into the bus, no boot, no crutches, and today during media day, again, no boot and no crutches. That's a good sign, right? But you know he's not going to tell us if he's playing Monday. So when I asked him today about how he's feeling, I tried to get the most out of him. Here's our chat. Darnell, let me be the 1,000th person to ask you how you're feeling.
I feel good.
That's all you're going to give me?
I feel great. I feel all right. Yeah, good.
I'll read between the lines there. Tell me, in the Peach Bowl, how hard was that to be on the sidelines?
It's pretty hard. Just seeing these great guys just battle it out to the finish. And, I mean, that's what we kind of say, 60 minutes or however long it takes. And, I mean, just seeing them battle in the full 60.
You seem like a tough dude. How much pain do you think you can play through?
I think I had to play through a lot of pain, personally.
So you have in your lifetime, like, played injured. I know everybody plays banged up, but injured. You've played through that before, an injury?
Yeah, in high school I played through with a broken hand. I think that's probably the toughest thing that I did play through is a broken hand.
And what do you remember about that time? How much did it hurt?
It hurt it bad. I actually broke it during that game. And then, you know, like our trainer, high school trainers isn't the best as college trainers. So they were just like, yeah, you don't look too good. Probably shouldn't go out there. But, you know, our coach and, you know, like the team. And that's just kind of what I was just like, you know what, let's just go and do it. So that's what I kind of did. And then I got cast, like, I think a couple days later after.
Can I ask, does adrenaline help you that much?
Yeah, I feel like that helps a lot. Adrenaline, you know, like with pain and just dealing with it, it helps with, you just ease it a little bit, you know, because your blood flowing.
I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll have to wait until Monday night to find out if Darnell Washington Big O does play for the Dogs in the biggest game of the season. You got to imagine he will play through pain if he can. Head coach Kirby Smart, he's not giving the game plan away. He won't tell us anything about Washington and the injury, but he does say he's hopeful that he can go. Reporting live from SoFi Stadium, Emily Gagnon, Atlanta News First. No drop-off whatsoever. JDJ, Jamon Dumas-Johnson, after the Peach Bowl, he said something to me about Javon Bullard, who won the defensive MVP. Here's how he described his teammate.
Bull is different. I know I say JC different, but Javon Bullard is different.
After the game, JDJ, Jamon Dumas-Johnson, said that you're different. And he clarified to me that when he talks about Jalen Carter, he also says he's different. But he says you're different. What does that mean?
I'm gonna have, I don't know. I think you gotta ask Javon that.
We talked after the Peach Bowl. You told me that Bullard was different, just like JC is different, but he's different. So I asked Bullard what makes him different, and he asked me to ask you back, since you didn't really tell me exactly what makes him so different. What makes Bullard different?
Shit, I'll tell you, boy. Listen closely. You're like 5'9", but you play like you're 6'5". You hit like you're 235, but you're probably 190. Boy, you run to the ball, you like no other, boy. So that's why you're different. You look small, but you're not small.
Fred, that's like you. You look small, but you're not small. JDJ giving his teammate Bullard the utmost compliment. We will see if the defense could get it done against TCU and Max Duggan on Monday night. But the guys having fun today during media day. They're very loose. Practice will start here in just a bit, so we'll bring that to you tonight at 9, 10, and 11. Fred?
Well, there's no way I could run like those guys, but I guarantee I'll bring the lumber. I'll do that. That's one thing I will do, Emily.